I gotta admit, I'm fucking struggling with this shit. You know? I mean, it doesn't change my plan. In fact, it makes it, you know, I'm reinforced now that not only am I making the right decision for my life, but I'm just so disgusted with things right now that I don't want to contribute to any of that. I really don't. I'm going to do what's best for my life and move forward. That's all that we can do. You know, this thinking that we have a voice and that we can change things, that's coming to an end. And that's regardless of who wins, by the way. So that's all I'm going to say on that. That's all I'm going to say about that. The rest of this is about me vlogging. And there's a reason for that, because right now the censor hammers are fucking beating the shit out of everybody that even remotely speaks their mind on this. So welcome to the future, because I guarantee you this is going to get worse, not better. No longer will you be able to speak your mind. You know, and I'm telling you, shit's gonna get real. Shit's gonna be really bad. It's already kind of bad, but you know, the damage is done at this point. So there's that. But if you want to hear more about that, I made an exclusive video on Odysee. I filmed it on the 4th, so all the information in that video is based on November the 4th. I took yesterday to reflect before making my YouTube video here. Just on how I want to approach the future. And I think it's going to be me running my mouth a lot. There's going to be a lot to talk about. If nothing else, for the next 4 years, I'll be able to podcast without any struggles of finding shit to talk about. And that's my plan there. I'm going to continue to run my mouth and express myself. I'm done trying to, you know, trying to avoid certain topics to not piss off people. I don't give a shit anymore. I'm pissed. No one gives a shit if I get pissed off. So why should I give a shit if I piss someone off with my opinions? And that's what I'm going to do until somebody comes along and says you can't do that anymore, which is probably going to happen at some point. But that's why I'm doing all that shit on Odysee. So if you're not following me on there and you haven't subscribed to my free email list, which is how I notify everyone, I think the notification system works all right with Odysee. If you're on that site, you know, my shit will pop up in your feed. It's not like YouTube where you might never see my fucking thumbnails. If you're subscribed to me, and that's one of the reasons I like that platform. In fact, I don't even send my notifications out on Odysee until the video is processed and able to be watched, because on that platform, when you first upload, it shows up on my channel, but then you click and it says media, blah, 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 blah. You know, they're getting a little better with the uploading procedures on that, but it has been a little bit buggy. I did have to delete and upload and re-upload it to get it to work this last time. So be patient on there. It's not YouTube, all right? It's not Google. There's not a motherfucking $1 billion behind that shit. It's a bunch of independent computers that are the infrastructure for it. Sometimes it gets bogged down. Sometimes it buffers. Sometimes it does all of that. Just be patient with it. I've been able to consume content on my phone, wherever the fuck I am in this country. And yes, sometimes I run into the buffer monster, but sometimes it works fine. It really just depends on the network load and how many people are seeding, you know, and if you really want to improve that network, you know, you download the LBRY app and then you can, you know, make the network a little bit stronger. And that's how that works. It works by people seeding videos, you know, and if you leave a video in your LBRY and you leave the app running, you're helping the network infrastructure. That's how that works. It's basically taking the job that Google has spent billions on servers to do and in allocating it amongst the people. Now they do have their own servers, but if everybody's going to there to download and watch shit, you're going to get buffering. I heavily compress my videos on there, so they should, you know, I have no problem with my videos playing on my phone, and that's what I tried to get my compression down to the point where that's the case. So a little bit less video quality. I'll give up the video quality for the freedom. You know, and I'm a fucking snob when it comes to, I like 4K, and I'm looking forward to being able to put some 4K adventure videos and travel videos and all kinds of shit here on YouTube. So I'm getting down to the wire. I'll be out of the truck soon. I'm on my semi-last load. This load that I'm on takes me to New Jersey. I'm in the edge of Oklahoma right now. And then after that, my next load will be to Syracuse, and then that'll be the end of my trucking for a while. And I think I'm going to try and make it a permanent retirement. No guarantees there. I might struggle to survive. I might, you know, my content creation might not work. I might get deplatformed or some shit for the shit I talk, but it's not going to stop me. I'm not going to worry about that. I will probably end up doing some, you know, I'm trying to avoid it, but I might end up doing some gig economy work in there. I might find a part-time job or a seasonal job. You know, I'm leaning towards doing that as a way to supplement my income. But we'll see. We'll see where I land. We'll see what I need to do. For the time being, when I get off, I'm just going to focus on content creation to give the new normal some time to play out and to see what I might need to do in the future. There will be road trips. There will be me hopping in the Prius for 2-3 weeks at a time and going to do shit, assuming I can afford that. And I will, of course, film videos for here on YouTube for traveling and for adventure and vlogging, just like this, where I'm just kind of talking about my life through the lens of what's going on and everything, in my experiences and the things that happen to me directly. That's what's going to be here on YouTube. All the other shit, the commentary, the health is still going to be over in the podcast land. I'm developing some things now to, you know, so that I can do a nice polished podcast experience for you all on Odysee. And for those of you who have followed me and watch my shit over there when I post it, I appreciate you. Thank you. It makes it worthwhile. I do get compensated if you are a registered LBRY account and you know, or Odysee, as it's called now. Doesn't matter which one you register with. It's the same account. But if you're registered and you watch my videos, I do get a little bit of LBC for that. So, and LBC's doing okay right now. So there's that. And plus I invest to prop my videos up. So, you know, the more LBC you support a video with, even if, you know, I don't want to go make this into a tutorial video about that, but needless to say, it's a good system for getting my thumbnails in front of people. And I do feel like I'm still growing on that platform way faster than I'm growing here on YouTube, which tells me a lot. Because if I sucked, I wouldn't be able to grow there either. When you suck, you suck. So, thanks, Susan, for ruining YouTube. Yeah, so that's my plans as far as content goes and lifestyle. And as far as how often I make a video, it's not going to be a daily thing. Same thing with the podcast. It's going to be when I get to it. I'm not going to have a schedule. There'll probably be 1 to 2 videos a week, more than likely, but I'm not guaranteeing that, because if I travel, it's how hard to do stuff and stuff like that. But there will be content, and it's going to be demand driven, what I'm looking at. I'm going to look and see, like, if I put a video out and it gets 400 fucking views, I might fucking let that video ride a while, you know. Might wait a week and go do something else to make up the money that I need to survive. But you guys have been pretty good. That's why I'm putting this video out currently. You know, you guys have been watching my shit. And that's really all it takes, you know. And you, of course, can support via ScottTheTruckDriver.com and leave a tip in the virtual tip jar. And it's basically to allow adequate compensation for the time I spend making content and for the podcast doing research. You know, I don't want to paywall all of this shit. I want it to be available for everyone. But at the same time, I need to fucking survive financially. So that's what's going to happen with the content. So if you don't see a video with me for a while, you can get it to happen just by watching any video. And I go by, you know, my daily ad revenue on YouTube and any contributions I get. And once I hit a certain goal point, that's when I produce the next video, because then I feel like that I can continue to survive. So obviously if that ramps up, then you'll get more videos, because I can spend lots of time making content. And that's going to be the formula going forward. And it also prevents me from overdoing it, you know. I mean, I see content creators that put out fucking 4 videos a day. And I don't think you guys want to watch 4 videos a day from me. So why would I spend time making content that you probably won't watch? And then that's just time wasted. And you know me, I don't like wasting time. I don't like losing time. I've lost a lot of it in this truck. You know, just yesterday I ended up spending almost 24 hours at a customer for no fucking reason whatsoever. I did get mildly compensated for that wait time, as in 8 hours at $15 an hour of wait time pay. But that's not adequate compensation for my time, which I value a lot higher than that. All because office people had their heads in their ass. There's been so much heads in asses since I've worked for this company. You know, several times I've gotten low. Even last night, the load that I'm on now, the trailer I picked up that was preloaded, I hooked to it. Apparently it's showing preloaded on another load in fucking Arizona. And I'm just like, no, it's on the back of my truck. You know, somebody needs to fucking fix the... You know, and they tried to blame a driver for it, and it's not been my experience. You know, every fucking fucked up load has been either a planner fuck up or a CSR fuck up, you know. And of course, you know, driver managers, they don't seem to do anything anymore other than tell you to go talk to the people that fucked up. And occasionally throw a little extra money at you to keep you from quitting. So that's where I'm at with trucking, and I'll be glad to come off the road again. You know, I don't regret the decision to come out here. I've learned a lot. I've experienced a lot. I've set myself up for financial success, I believe. I have a decent emergency fund coming out of this, and I'm a minimalist, so I don't have any major purchases on the list of shit to do. If I just pay my bills, you know, I could easily get through 6 months, maybe 7 months, you know, of zero income coming in, which isn't what I'm going to do. I'm going to be, you know, doing what I need. And if it requires an odd job here, an odd job there, I'm also going to be talking about on this channel how I accomplish some of this, you know, some of the things I do to make money, some of the things that you do that have nothing to do with money. You know, barter is still a thing. You know, you can trade, you know, your service or something you have for, you know, putting food on the table and for getting different, you know, things accomplished, you know, and that's completely outside the printing money business that we're in. But we'll get more into that as I do that stuff. I also have a lot of, you know, I need to downsize a bit more because I have accumulated a bit more shit than I need. So I'll be selling off some of that, and that'll supplement me for a while too. So I've got a lot of shit to do. I'll continue to study my 3D graphics and my music. I actually made another song while I was out here on the road. And I started working on some of the graphics for the album that I'm going to put out for the music. For those of you who like my music and want me to get it out there, I'm working on it. It's going to take a while because 3D graphics take a while, and I'm learning some things, and I'm kind of using it as a way to boost my 3D skills as well. I came up with, you know, some graphics for the podcast that I'm probably going to also use for my visualizations in the music album, just, you know, to get my mileage out of the shit that I'm making. But ultimately, I'm very busy out here driving. I haven't even had time to sit down and really work. I got like one animation done towards that album because I'm out here busting my ass driving. And, you know, which is fine because it's the last hurrah, and I'd like to have a decent paycheck or two going out of this. But yeah, that's what's going to happen. Retirement. Semi-retired. At age 45. Yep. Staring down the barrel of a 45. As for the rest of the world, it's, you know, don't be depressed. I say that as I've definitely experienced depression the last few days. I feel like I'm coming out of it a bit today. But it was a pretty serious triggering that I've gotten from all of this. Realize that at the end of the day, not much is really changing. The way things are going to be are pretty much, just look at New York and California. That's how, you know, this is exactly how elections have been run all this time. This is how things are going. And also keep in mind that your local governments are the ones that have the most direct impact on your daily lives and your businesses and your work. And that the presidency really doesn't weigh in that much. As much as people like to blame the president or credit the president for success, ultimately the success boils down to you and how you participate in that game, and also what laws your local states are putting on you, you know. And it doesn't look good, and I'm about to go into the belly of the beast by going back to New York, even though I wanted desperately to get out of New York. I don't want to leave my friends and family behind and do that, so I'm kind of stuck. There'll be a lot of Cuomo bitching going forward, so look forward to that. That'll all be on Odysee. I won't bother you here on YouTube with it, you know. And that's the thing, if you don't like my opinions, don't go to Odysee. Don't go listen to my podcast. If you don't want to hear me rant, you don't want to hear me upset or angry or any of that, don't even watch Odysee, you know, because that's where I'm going to put most of that. You'll see some of it bleed over into my vlogs or while I'm adventures, but it'll be mild compared to what I do on the other platform. So, you know, it's going to be kind of two sides of content, and this is the lighter side. The side that Susan probably doesn't give a shit about. I hope. You know, we'll see. They could still delete me because of some shit I did on the other platform too. So, no, that's coming. Keep that in mind, people. When you see the censorship going on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook right now, it's any guess as to how crazy that gets and what can we do about it. All I can do is do the best I can with the platforms that I have available to me. As for streaming, I will be starting to stream on Twitch. That's going to be a laid-back music stuff, you know, or hobbies. That's what I'm looking at putting on Twitch. Like, you know, if I fire up a computer game, or if I'm sitting there making some 3D graphics, or, you know, all of the shit that I'm doing that really is skill-based and creativity-based, I'm going to put over there. I think that's a better platform for those kinds of things. I will still stream here on YouTube as well. I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna go back to dlive. It's just. It looks like it's a dying platform. Nobody's over there, and I don't want to drag you over there and be the only motherfucker you're watching. You know, at least on Twitch, there's a wide variety of things you can continue, and it's a lot more refined interface. It'll be a while before I can monetize on Twitch, but you know, assuming I don't get banned for any reason or say something stupid, which can happen here on YouTube on live streams. Live streams, you never know, because you guys sometimes will be talking to me about shit in the chat, and I'll be like, it'll be impossible for me to not respond. And sometimes on live streams, you don't really, you know, try and keep in mind that Susan's watching. So it can lead to possible fuckery there as far as the channel goes. But that being said, it's a chance I'm gonna take, and you know, if I get too triggered, I'll delete the stream or whatever. But you know, it is what it is on that. But the YouTube streams will be IRL, like out and about traveling or, you know, hanging out. If I got a signal with my phone, I can fire it up and do some IRL. So I'll do IRL streams on YouTube. I'll also, of course, do some Hangout streams where we just kind of sit and bullshit. I know some of you really enjoy that. I mean, I see it in the premieres. I think some of you just come to the premieres just to chat with me. And they could give a shit what I'm actually fucking playing on the in the video, but that's fine. I mainly do the premieres so that you get notified more easily about them, and I think that's helped my view count on those videos. So, yeah, that's what we're doing there. But I am going to be streaming a bit more often, and that'll be regardless of content and all of that. And I'm also going to stand up some channel memberships on YouTube, just like a $5 a month thing, and for that you'll get at least one exclusive video. I think I'm leaning in that direction. It's not really paywalling, you know, because the majority of my content will be free, but it's like a reward for those of you who go above and beyond. I'll give you guys an extra video, and I'll also do once a month I'll probably do a member only live stream, and that'll be it for paywall type shit. But you know, you're not gonna miss out if you don't. All right, you know, this is more something extra for the people that are doing something extra for the channel and for the podcast. You know, that's it. That's how that's gonna work. You know, and I realize, don't feel like you have to do that, by the way. If your finances aren't there, don't do it. You know, don't go broke trying to support my fucking ass. I'll be fine. I'll survive. I'm a survivor, all right? I know how to be broke. I'm very good at being broke. And I'm also very good at not being broke, to be honest with you. Like, if I need to fucking survive, I can go do other things. It's not like I'm a content creator and that's all I do. You know, I know how to work and do the gig economy and do all of that kind of shit. And, you know, once my emergency fund drops a bit, that'll probably be what I do to make up the gaps. But for now, I'm going to focus on content when I come off the road. And of course, you know, practicing music, getting my 3D skills up, and all of these other things to help take my mind off of all of the fucking shit. The world's gone to shit, so all I can do, I can't fucking change this shit, you know, this election shit, or, you know, the stupidity that's surrounding it, or the people that are just being completely toxic about it. I can't change any of that, so I'm not going to try. I will vent in a forum that is mine with people that want to hear it, which is what Odysee really is. Nobody's forced to watch me on there, you know, and if you care about my opinions, you'll watch it. If you hate everything I have to say, you'll fuck off. That's how that works. If only Facebook and Twitter could learn those lessons. But, you know, I really, and I'm also done with toxic people at this point. You know, it's okay to disagree with someone and have differing opinions, but I draw the line when you're being condescending, when you're being insulting, and this is an actual thing that I'm seeing amongst my friend group in some spots. I don't want to fucking hear it anymore. You know, I've been deleting people off Facebook, and if you're watching this and you got deleted on Facebook, it's not that we're not friends. It's that I don't want to hear your toxic shit anymore. I don't want to be insulted. You know, we can have a debate, but when you start to get insulting and call people who are not on your side idiots, conspiracy theorists, or, you know, send, you know, insulting memes implying that anybody on the other side is a fucking moron, you know, I've never really accused anybody on the other side of being stupid. Uninformed, sure. I don't call people, you know, even with the Russia crap and all that other crap, I don't call nobody conspiracy theory there. I can't prove one way or the other whether or not that's a thing. And I'm not too keen on the hypocrisy either, and the cognitive dissonance, aka TDS, that's been going on. You know, and I'm just done with that. I really am. I don't have any room for that in my personal life. You know, it's one thing out here, you know, on YouTube and all of that, but as far as my personal life, I'm not going to tolerate it anymore. So some people in my life won't be in my life as much. I'll be, you know, I'm not going to be a dick. I'm just going to be like, well, I don't have to see you on my social feed. If every time we talk in person you're insulting and talking about politics and that's all you ever talk about, that's probably going to mean I'm not going to hang out as much. You know, that's what it's boiled down to. I need to cut some of that toxicity out of the life, because I think that's my greatest source of pain during this tumultuous, divided time. I'm not going to beat my head up against the wall trying to argue with people and change people's minds in my personal life anymore. I do that on Odysee and here on YouTube to a lesser degree. I don't need to do that when I'm sitting having a drink with somebody, or, you know, having dinner or whatever, you know. And by having a drink, I mean drinking coffee or water. You know, it's, I don't know. You know, maybe it means that I'm going to be by myself a lot. I don't know. I'll become an introvert. Be an introverted motherfucker. But, you know, that's my plan. You know, I don't know if any of this fucking made sense. You know, enjoying the final days of being a trucker, not enjoying it all. There's no enjoyment whatsoever going on right now. I'm just kind of pushing through to get done. That's why I want this to be over so bad. I do. You know, I want to get back to being on my own schedule, doing my own thing. Can't wait. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But what the fuck do I know? I don't know shit about shit, all right? You know, I've got an opinion, which makes me an asshole. That's it. I'm not an expert. I'm an asshole. If I say something that triggers you, don't tell me, well, can you show me the links? Google yourself, motherfucker. I got access to the same fucking internet everyone else does. That fucking pisses me off, too. Send me the link. Fuck you. Go fucking do your homework. You know, get beyond your fucking cognitive fucking dissonance for a minute and maybe Google some sources that oppose your viewpoint instead of looking for shit. And that's the other thing. I get in an argument with somebody and they ask me to send a link, and I send a link, and then they do everything they can to pick apart that link because they can't accept any information which might be contrary to their opinion. That's annoying as fuck. See, I got triggered. Sorry. You can tell I'm easily triggered right now. This is a volatile time for me. You know, do your homework. I've always said it. If you disagree with something I say, or you think I'm wrong about something, feel free. I don't care if you post the links in there. Yeah, I'll look at them. I do. You know. And I might not agree with the link, and I'm sure you wouldn't agree with any links that I show you. That's the problem with this whole, you know, show me the links shit. Google yourself. I'm not a search engine. You know, I don't get paid to do fucking homework for people. Occasionally I might show some things that to back up my position, particularly in the podcasts where I can sit down and pull up these things and show them, and I will be doing that. But when it comes down to it, do your homework. We all have access to the same manipulated information on the internet, you know, and it's more of sorting through the bullshit and the propaganda from the truth. And good luck with that, because I don't think any of us are equipped to do that at this point, where you can only go by what is presented to us information-wise. And if all you do is watch mainstream media and click mainstream articles or blogs that are very biased, then that is going to be how your information you're using to make decisions in your life and to form your opinions is going to be formed. You know, I myself like to balance that with a getting out here in the world and seeing with my own eyes what's going on. That's important, and I would stress that. Add that to your list of fucking shit to bitch about. You know, get out there, you know. You think something's going on somewhere, go visit it and find out, you know. Except for Portland. Don't go to Portland. You know, but if somebody's telling you something and you're kind of thinking bullshit, go check it out for yourself, all right? You know, especially with COVID. You know, they're telling you all this shit, there's outbreaks and people dying. Go over to the hospital if you fucking want to know and see who's sitting there dying from COVID. But, you know, it is what it is. But what the fuck do I know? I'm not an expert. I'm just an asshole. Please like and subscribe for more shit. And please watch my shit. Hit the fucking bell. And then go into the bell and click the personalized thing and turn it over to all notifications so that you get all the notifications for my shit. I like how they add these little intermediate steps that still probably don't fucking work. But do it anyway. It's what Susan, I mean, it's a button. It's there. Why not? It takes a second to click this shit. Click subscribe. You know. It's not like I'm fucking pumping out 3 videos a day and I'm going to fill your manipulated feed. Hell, you could click subscribe and never see me pop up in your feed whatsoever. What harm is there in clicking subscribe? You know. It just means you have a greater chance, a slightly better chance of seeing my videos than somebody who's not subscribed. And that bears out in that 75% of my views come from subscribers. Yeah, don't think I haven't noticed that, Susan. You know, and as far as now, just like I said, live your life the best you can. Try not to fucking lose all your friends and family over this. You know, even if you have differing opinions, they're going to run their mouths. You know, and if you get into a toxic battle where you insult each other, that's not a good thing. So it's best to step away, be the better human, and leave them to their opinions. You know, at the end of the day, we're all going to, you know, experience this. There's nothing we can do about it. You know, there's nothing that we can say in someone's comments or here on YouTube or in my podcast that's going to change the trajectory we are on. This is where we're going. Half the population seems okay with it, so here we go. You know, and you can take, and that's regardless of who wins. And by wins, I put wins in quotes. You know, because at this point it's fucked anyway. But that's my opinion. That's how I feel about this. So settle the fuck down, Susan. I was very, very softball-y on this. Like I said, I get in more detail on the Odysee video. So follow me on Odysee down below. The links are in the description. Check out my channel. There you might see some videos that I repost on there too, because you can promote another person's videos on your channel on there. So if you see a video on there that's not by me, that's just me reposting something that I watched that I think more people should watch. You know, that's my opinion. And you'll see some of that on Odysee. Like, I'll be sharing some of the people that I watch on there. I want to see more. I don't want you to just go to another platform, just watch me, and then fuck off back to YouTube. I'd like to see you go there and follow a bunch of people. And, you know, if you're a content creator, I'd like to see you make content there, exclusively on there. You know, that's the only way we can get out of this big tech censorship shit, is to start putting our content and our eyeballs on other platforms. It doesn't work if we spend all of our time on one platform or two platforms. Convenient though that may be, it's not a free platform anymore. And we've seen that, and you know, there's other battles that will be fought, I'm sure, just like BitChute got taken down during the election. I also feel like that other sites will be vulnerable to attempts to stop free speech. So we'll see how that all plays out. Well, I'm going to go to work. I'm done with my morning coffee. I've got a long day ahead of me. Got 1,500 miles to do on this load. And only a couple days to get it, well, 3 days to get it done, really. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. Plus, I'm bumping my 70, so there's that. I might actually have more time because I might run out of hours. All right. It's fucking shitty time. I will say that. I need to get out in the woods, that's for sure. That'll happen. Sometime this winter, I'm going to go south and do a couple weeks in the Prius and the fuck out of this shit for a little while. It's probably going to be Florida, because Florida is kind of open. So, and it's warm. Although I'm not a big fan of Florida. But I've never been to the southern tip of Florida, so maybe that'll be what I check out. We'll see. That'll probably be December-ish. Either December or January, it depends on how things are going. Have a nice motherfucking day. No, you can't. It's impossible. There's no fucking nice days left. They're all gonna be shitty fucking days, and we're all gonna be having a shitty fucking day together. It fucking sucks. Fuck.